my parachute was on. That bitch was off, man.
Oh,
So got a return authorization and everything today. I'm gonna send it back.
wow. Yeah, yeah.
You know what's funny, man?
Go get a new one.
Huh?
Yeah, go and get a new one.
Yep. So I bring my live down. One of my people want to mess around with it. So I set some samples up for them. I say, go ahead, and they don't even come close. So I was hearing what you were saying about the sample shit. Right? How you should look at it and stuff. It's like, that shit ain't.
It's an art, man. It's an art.
Word up.
Like I said, when I started chopping for the first time when I joined CMA, which was 2016. Mm-hmm. Before that, I thought sampling was just finding loops and looping them together, But chopping, and putting some shit back together and making it dope, that takes practice, man. Just as much practice as learning chords on the piano.
Yeah.
Well, I've heard good loops are hard to find, but I'm not out of the whole thing of looping. If it's the loop is just great. I think Gadget said that certain songs that we listened to, great songs, were loops, and whatever G thing was chopped up, it would sound horrible.
I'll tell you one more recent, Lupe Fiasco's Paris Tokyo. I don't know if I would want to hear that chopped up.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Like people will listen to your beat and be like, that's just a loop, and then go on Twitter and Instagram and praise Madlib.
Right.
That's because Madlib has a name and you don't.
Right.
That's the way of the game.
Yeah, man.
What's up, man?
But what's up? What up, man?
What's going on?
Yeah, well, if y'all get some free time tomorrow, man, check out that Arian Foster joint, man. I'm telling you.
No doubt.
Arian Foster, the athlete?
Yes. Best album I've heard this year.
That's what's up, because that's how I felt about Damian Lillard's rap shit. He better than a lot of these MCs out here.
Mental, I'm telling you, and it's on some grown man shit too. Like from a sound standpoint, he might have one or two songs with some trap hats, but the rest of it, live instrumentation, upright bass, samples. Okay. Like man.
Somebody started following me on Instagram the other day and actually commented on a bunch of shit. He was a former Chicago Bear, a former USC football player, USC linebacker, and now was a producer. But I recognized the face, but nowhere on his page did he actually put his name.
Yeah.
So it's been haunting me for a week and a half, but full blown producer now. You know what I'm saying? Did a lot of stuff. Got a lot of celebrities on his page, and he commented on a bunch of beats. And I was like, damn, that's actually kind of dope. To put his money into something he loved after he got the money. You know what I mean?
Yep, that's basically what Arian Foster did. He said he been doing music since he was 12.
Dang.
He just, he said he played piano and he's been rapping since he was 12. He just football was, it kind of took off for him.
It took over. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Now he can do what he wants.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's
he got the capital too.
And he sounds like he's been rapping a long time once you hear him. He don't sound nothing like what you would think.
Right.
Like you're gonna be like, damn, that's Arian Foster? Okay.
That's what's up. Yeah, no, that's what's up, man.
Yeah, man.
Arian Foster. Wow.
Yeah, wow. The first track, man. It's like when that first track comes on, and because you know how it's been, man. It's hard, for our generation, and we just kind of. And Wide Body, you can attest to this because you just did a tournament on your show, and the last fucking album that captivated the masses that everybody loved. Not gonna say everybody loved, but Get Rich or Die Trying. That album 15 years old.
Yeah,
it should have been way more albums since then.
Yeah,
that really got you, But
oh man, I was riding around Hawaii because I was stationed in Hawaii when that came out.
Type shit.
I was hoping somebody tested me when that 50 Cent album came out.
Man, I know I played the hell out of that shit. And
For real.
it's like it's hard to recapture those moments, man.
Yep. Hell
You know.
yeah, man. Like that's I was listening to the J. Cole album and I like it, but it doesn't give you any of those chill moments.
Exactly. I like J. Cole album too, but it's something. It just don't give me that moment, man. It don't.
Exactly. Yep.
Hey, and before Get Rich or Die Trying, it was Supreme Clientele.
Yeah. Okay. For me, that album that gave me that moment was The Blueprint. Like I played the hell out of that shit, man. Like I became a Jay-Z stan after that album because I don't know if it was because of the age I was at the time, you know, but that album it helped me grow up, man.
I still think Reasonable Doubt is his best.
I can see that. Like now, let me tell you, I'm gonna say this, and it's funny you say that because I've listened to Reasonable Doubt more times in the last 10 years than any other Jay-Z album.
Yeah, hell yeah, exactly, man. Like you can just go back and just hit play and then let it rock.
Yep.
Everything
that first Blueprint wasn't bad neither.
So I've actually enjoyed all of his albums up until what album was that? Show Me What You Got, Little Lady. Whatever album that shit.
The comeback album. The comeback album.
Oh my god!
But it's funny though because he has a couple like Lost Ones. I like Lost Ones. The one Dr. Dre produced. I like that.
30's the new 20.
Yeah, that was dope.
That was dope.
Dre did that one too. That was dope.
Who did Dig a Hole? I love that song.
Oh, Swiss Beat.
Yeah, that beat.
That was Swiss
crazy.
Beat. Like I'm saying, me personally, I like Kingdom Come minus that one lead single you had. I didn't like that. I like the album though.
Do You Wanna Ride Shit was dope too.
The one album Jay-Z has that I just wasn't really feeling for real. It's probably it wasn't terrible. It just didn't do nothing for me. That was Blueprint 3.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling
it. It just didn't do nothing for me.
I wish you would have titled that something different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, like come on, man. How you messing up a legacy?
You know. But Reasonable Doubt, that's probably for me, it's between Reasonable Doubt, Dynasty, and Blueprint. Like if I could just take those three and Black Album, I put the Black Album in there too.
You know, I got to throw American Gangster in that cat because American Gangster I thought was the follow up to Reasonable Doubt. You know what I'm saying? Like that was that was that was a dope album too. Yeah, Reasonable Doubt was like the Hustler album, and American Gangster was like the Once the Hustler Retires album.
Right. But I'm gonna tell you when I know the album is like it's become like one of my all-time favorite. When I take the time to learn every verse of every song on there.
Yeah.
If I listen to it that
Reasonable
much,
Doubt for me. Yep.
Yeah. For me, it was Reasonable Doubt and Blueprint in Jay-Z's catalog are the two albums that I did that with.
Yeah.
What about the Black Album?
Black Album was my shit.
I love the Black Album.
Was my shit.
But I guess at that time it was other shit out that was put, that I was listening to at the same time too. Okay. In 05, when that 04, 05? It was something else out at that time. That was kind of G-Unit era. So I was listening to Lloyd Banks albums like crazy at that time, I want to say. Around that era. If my timeline's correct.
I was feeling the Black Album because it felt like the New York fitted Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? With the shit pulled down real tight on his eyelids. You're like, he about to get in the beat. You know, that's what the Black Album was for me.
Yeah. I guess for me, the Black Album, although the music was great, I was pleased with the album. The fact that at the time I thought Jay-Z was really quitting rap, you know? Yeah. And I was kind of like, man, what the fuck I'm gonna listen to now? You know what I'm saying? You know? Yeah. But I'm telling y'all, I have not caught a vibe like this in a long time when I put on this Aaron Foster joint.
Okay.
I don't know because my expectations were so low or what, but man.
That's what's up.
This shit was crazy. I'll be jamming that all day tomorrow.
Y'all peep that new Smoke DZA?
Not yet. Put that on my to-do list.
I like the new Smoke DZA more than I like the new J. Cole.
So I mess with DZA. I actually saw him live.
Yeah, same here. When
Yep.
When Griselda came, when Conway Westside Gunn and shit came, Smoke Desert was the it was the other headline.
Yeah, I went to Crit and Freddie Gibbs concert. And Dizzle
I
was
would
there.
have loved to see that because I love both
Yeah,
of
it
them
was crazy. Yeah, it was crazy.
I wanted to I wanted to see the big Crit Sci High joint.
Man, don't even bring that up.
Yeah, man, I was salty.
Man, I was mad as shit, man.
Yeah,
and it's not like I waited. It wasn't like I waited on some last minute shit. I tried to buy my tickets 2 weeks in advance, and it was already gone. I already sold out.
That's all.
I was
You know what? That's dope to hear, though. You know what I'm saying? Because I like to hear shit like that for those type of artists that they selling out.
Man, I was sad as shit, man. I was fucked up that day. Even my wife was sad for me because I really don't go a lot of places.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm usually in the basement making music or whatever. So she's like, "You what's up with your concert? Ain't you going to your concert?" And I was like, "Man, they sold out."
What's up with your concert?
Yeah, that's how she.
What's up with your little concert?
Yeah, you going to your concert? What's up? Because she's the one that goes out. She goes out enough for the both of us.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? With her and her girlfriends and shit. So
hell yeah.
Hey, Dixie, what do you feel about politics coming into the music?
In what manner?
Yeah, that's kind of a loaded question.
As far as who people like, as far as being a Democrat.
I mean, I don't see. Here's the thing, man. We can disagree on policy all day, but when the candidate is causing as much pain and decisiveness as this not candidate, but this politician is, like, to me, I can't side with that.
Yeah,
I can't do it.
But
it's one thing if the debate is what is the minimum wage going to be for the next 4 years versus somebody splitting up families and shit. Like, that's, to me, that's two different things.
Yeah, I feel you.
Would you still purchase the album or listen to the album?
In this situation, I'm totally done with Kanye.
Totally.
I've been done with Kanye for a minute.
In this situation, because, like I said, it's one thing if we just arguing policy. This is beyond policy. This is damn near some diabolical shit this dude is on. This motherfucker just said not too long ago that he thought there was some great people on the side of the alt-right. I mean, what does that say to Jewish people and black people? Really? That's like a Jewish person saying, there was some good Nazis on that side. Like, really? That's what we're doing? But to me, it depends on the situation. I can't just make a blanket statement and say, I don't want my artist speaking politics. I want my artist to speak politics. It depends on that particular situation.
Yeah, no, I agree. I definitely agree with you. But I'm gonna tell you like this: if this Knob album is a banger, hey, whatever.
And good for you, Mental, that you have a guy, a crew member who don't try to force his beliefs and his agenda on people around him. I don't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
So just because you rock with something, don't mean I gotta rock with it, and vice versa.
Yep.
And that don't mean ain't gonna be no problems between us. Like, I don't rock like that.
Yeah,
period.
Exactly, man. And my whole thing is just like we were talking last night. It's just celebrity. Like, I don't put too much stock in celebrity because they bleed the same color we do. They go through the same shit that we do. They just happen to put themselves or happen to have the opportunity to get to the celebrity status, but they just like anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could be evil, vindictive, diabolic, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I don't put them past anybody.
Yeah. True.
I don't really care what any celebrity has to say. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you don't, but these people have Kanye is an influencer, whether you like it or not.
Oh, yeah, not only does he have influence, it's just, to me, what is he saying about his blackness if he's willing to align himself with somebody like that? And before he's a celebrity, what is he? He's a black male. So
do we know what his real intentions are? Because
I don't.
The reason why, that's
the
thing. Like, we don't really know. Could it be on some? Remember when Steve Harvey was pictured with old boy? He was like, "Yo, what the fuck Steve Harvey doing there?" But then Steve Harvey was like, "Oh shit," you know what I mean? Like, we got to figure out a way to work with these motherfuckers if we ever gonna survive. Blah blah blah. So that's what I was trying to explain to somebody else the other day. If he's, and he might not be, you know what I'm saying?
But see, here's the thing. I'm totally okay with that. Like, if you want to go to the other side to see if you can call a truce,
to try and get some resolution.
But that's different from putting on the America Great Again hat, Make America Great Again hat. That's totally different to me. Like, you have pretty much, walk to that side and say, I'm down with this crew over here. Like, that's yeah.
Yeah, they had Kanye in the sunken place.
And he did look like he had that get out procedure, man, when he had that hat on.
Yeah, when he had that hat on, he did, didn't he?
It was all lopsided and shit. Like, dude, come on, man. You forgot all of your black style. Like, come on, man. I don't know nobody, no black brother, except for my old ass uncles who rock a hat like that. All lumpy and shit.
It was like the typical old white man hat,
Yeah, the dad hat. They call it a dad hat.
And
it's crazy, man.
Dixie, I agree with you, man. I can't rock with that dude, man.
Nah, I'm done.
Y'all gonna go out and trash all the Kanye shit y'all got now?
No, I'm not gonna trash nothing. I'm just not gonna. And I'm not the type of person to get online and say, Kanye's this and Kanye's that. I'm not that guy. I don't need a crew of people to rally behind my agenda. You're right. Right. I'm just not messing with it. Just like the NFL last year. You see me out there saying, "Oh, y'all need to boycott it." No, I just didn't watch. Man, I'm not gonna tell you what you should do.
What if this Nas album is banging?
I tell you,
I'm still with it, man.
Dixie, like, damn.
I'm not gonna buy his fucking album.
But you know what? I'm not holding a whole lot of stock on Nas's new album either, man. I'm not trying to get myself all.
Nas got his own problems right now.
Yeah, but I mean, besides that, I'm talking musically, man. I just don't know. I'm not. I'll wait. I will.
I mean, I have no. My uncle is a staunch Republican, man, and we get along just fine.
Yeah. Color doesn't really, you know what I mean?
It doesn't.
Like, color doesn't define anybody.
No, but at some point we cross party lines. Like, this Donald Trump, this is, to me, it has nothing to do with party. This is just human being, basic human decency.
Because if you really think about it, the Democrats ain't really for niggas. You know what I'm saying? People got that shit misconstrued. You know,
they sure did.
I hate when people say
I'm independent. I'm not affiliated with no party.
Exactly.
And I'll tell you right now, if it had been Hillary Clinton versus Kasich, I would have voted Kasich. Because to me, he was my favorite candidate after Bernie Sanders.
Right,
because I liked his game plan. Right, I liked the way he was talking. To me, it has shit nothing to do with Republican and Democrat. But this guy, he's something else.
Yeah, definitely. Yep, I agree.
And I'm saying, and I typed this in the chat. I said, I'm all for Kanye trying to get black people to open their minds and consider other things. I'm with that. But I'm not going to align myself with this guy to drive that point home.
Right.
Not this one.
Yeah.
Of all people to align yourself with, this guy.
I'm going to wait till a little more shit comes out before I, crucify him, because
I've already said fuck him, so
I'm done.
Because I don't really think he's aligned himself, because he said he doesn't agree with everything. You know what I'm saying?
Man, he put on a hat, bro. He put on a hat.
But at the same time, Kanye did a lot of shit for publicity too. And, you know what I'm saying? I don't put shit past these celebrities.
It did.
Exactly.
It did. Not only did he put on a hat,
because the Kanye album coming out soon. You know what I'm saying? So you got to stir up some shit.
It's definitely right. That's probably.
But not only aligning himself with Donald Trump, but also aligning himself with the chick who shits on Black Lives Matter and
like, I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, he aligned himself with some black chick who's conservative.
But I saw this coming though. It started with that one comment on the Breakfast Club when he said he had to take like 30 baths when he'll make him take 30 baths to get with her after Amber Rose, and he thought it was the most funny thing in the world. I'm like, nigga, what are you saying here? You telling me You telling me that you gotta take 30 blasts for this woman of color, but you romanticizing this porn star over here? Really? That's what we doing? Then, so that was the first time. That was the first strike. I said, okay, he just tripping, whatever. So then he goes on Sway the next day, and he just makes the biggest.
Is that the house Sway moment?
Yeah,
yeah. He just goes on the biggest rant about basically what he was saying is why these white people won't validate me. That's what I took from the argument.
That's what the argument was.
It's like, why are you doing this? You are fucking Kanye West. You are a genius, man. You don't need them.
You know what?
You can do this shit by yourself.
Let's take genius out of the equation, please. This nigga isn't doing nothing that you or I couldn't do.
Exactly. That's what. Yeah, exactly.
Let's stop calling him a genius.
Okay. When I say genius, I'm talking music. Like some of the shit he's done, I think is phenomenal.
I could have looped up Shaka Khan better than that.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay,
well, you are a musical great. Can I say that?
Yeah.
When I think of musical genius, I think of Quincy Jones,
Stevie Wonder.
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm talking about hip hop though. Like,
yeah.
Okay, Bomb Squad.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they're geniuses as well. I say genius with any time.
Pete Rock is a genius.
Some of that Kanye instrumentation is great though.
Kanye is nowhere near Pete Rock caliber.
I don't know, man.
Hold up, bro.
Yeah, I don't know.
You treading some real.
I'm not saying that Kanye is better or worse, but
I'm a big Pete Rock fan, but Kanye put out some.
I will put Pete Rock's discography against Kanye's any day, and Pete Rock will come out on top.
Could Pete Rock though orchestrate some of the musicianship that Kanye did though? I'm now with just records and drums, okay, but can he bring in the band? Can he bring in the violinist? Can he do all of that?
Yes.
Yeah, I think Pete can, man. I mean, you've been doing that so long with records. You know how you want something to sound, and that's why you digging through the records.
Okay, let's say it like this.
I don't know. Soul Survivor.
Kanye, as a producer and as an artist, definitely left a mark on hip hop. Right?
Hell yeah.
Can we agree to say that?
Damn right.
He left a mark, right? And that's to me, that's what to me separates everybody else from the great ones. Like you left a mark that people will never forget, you know.
But I think with Kanye though was timing as well, especially when he came into the game. Nobody was doing what he was doing at that time.
True.
You know, if we were able to like shuffle musicians and beat makers around to different decades and different eras, and match them up with those guys that were banging during that time, could he live up to those guys? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. All I know is what I saw and I heard. But what I saw and heard from 2003-ish till about 2010, the brother he was doing his thing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He was doing his thing. Now,
you got me wanting to go back and do a Pete Rock versus Kanye joint.
Right.
The nigga's no genius.
I was gonna say because now
okay, that's fair.
I'm intrigued.
He's good. He's not a genius.
Okay, that's fair enough. Fair enough. But my point I'm making is he was in a position where he don't need them. Like, why are you? Because if my young black son was watching that and Kanye was his favorite artist, shit, who knows what kind of influence he would have gotten that day? You know what I'm saying?
And I'm at an age like I'm 48. Like I don't have to buy Kanye's album. Like I don't have to buy shit. You know what I mean? Fuck that nigga. I don't have to buy R. Kelly. I don't have to buy none of that bullshit.
And like I said, to me, it's not about political opinion. Like, I don't give a shit if you were a rapping Republican. I don't care. But it's just lines have to be drawn, though, at some point. Like, to me, Donald Trump is beyond Democrat, Republican. That's human decency is the issue with him. Mm-hmm. You know.
And like, and this would go to anybody who would align with Donald Trump. If it was Rakim, if it was Coogee Rap, them niggas gotta go too.
Yeah.
Hey.
You know, I remember 50 Cent said some favorable things about Bush. When Bush was president, I had no problem with that because it was around policy. Bush wasn't like no killer, and he wasn't saying crazy shit. You know, like grip him by the pussy. You know, he was doing crazy. You know, as bad of a president he was, it was all policy based. You know what I'm saying? He was a decent human being, though.
But
you know what?
Black people wasn't fucking with George Bush either. So I mean,
and I can argue, no, George Bush put more black people in the White House than any president before or after him, including Obama.
Yep,
but
that's the truth.
That fact aside, he was still presidential and he was still respectable to some degree. Like this motherfucker has taken the presidency to some third grade shit, man.
No, that's the truth. Yeah, everybody before him at least was personable.
Right.
Yep.
Like insult after insult. Like who does that? Like that. Like kids do that.
Mm-hmm. The name calling. Like you know what I'm saying? The name calling is like, dude, you run the whole country. Like
Trump is gonna die from a brain aneurysm. Really, this nigga super slow. It's fucking the what do you call it? The brain synapse. Mm-hmm. Them shits ain't gonna go off properly. He's gonna die from a stroke. Watch. Niggas.
I think Kanye West is doing this for 3 reasons. 1, because he dares to be different. 2, he has an album coming out. 3, because he just
Kanye.
Yeah, number two is the big one.
That's the big one, yeah. Because ain't nobody talk about Kanye until 2 days ago.
Exactly.
No, you ain't heard a peep about this nigga until 2 days ago.
Yeah, and that's why now that everybody's all up in arms, I'm like, man, do y'all really care? Like, we want to talk about Kanye. We only talk about Kanye when the album comes out.
Yeah,
right. And this was the first time a clip came out maybe like 3 months ago, where he was at a show calling out black people in favor of Trump. You know.
Who the hell put up that meme of George Bush talking about Kanye don't like black people?
Yeah, you see that one?
Actually, Mitchell, that's a real account, but it's a fake George Bush account, but it's a real Twitter account. That's where it came from.
I was in tears on that.
Yeah, I was done after that one.
That was great.
Hey, did you see the one?
Yeah, what's up? I tweeted Trump and the Kardashian made Kanye hate himself, and he loved their wealth. It all fell down.
You know, the crazy thing is, I do believe that Kim Kardashian disagrees with this whole Trump shit. And I think she said that.
I think she does.
But being that that's her husband, she probably got a ride. But you know what I'm saying? I know they're not really.
I mean, she doing what a wife should do, but she did check him a little bit. She's like, well, you need to clarify that you don't agree with everything he says.
Yeah, exactly. Like, all right,
you know. But how much of it is that he truly believes in which? Well, I don't think it's just about the album, because when you look at how this man lives, he's not the backpack Kanye no more. He's that ship has sailed. And how much of it is that he truly, because like, you know, a lot of times when you have money and status, you don't see yourself like the rest of them no more. You know,
like I said, digga, it's not an isolated. Like I've seen this coming. If you go back, he's in the last 2 years, he's done showing us something.
And truth be told, I haven't really fucked with a Kanye album, man, since maybe Graduation.
Nobody's fucked with Kanye after 808s and Heartbreaks. Like,
you know what? Right, that one right there. I was done at the Graduation, because you can kind of see the writing on the wall with Graduation, and I was like, yeah, he about to do some real major switching up shit. And like you know how we were talking about, you know, last week or week before last, whenever it was, how we like our artists a certain way. Now I don't mind the musicality of it, you know, changing. That's different. But when your message starts to change, and your message starts to change not for the betterment but for the worse, you better start looking to the hills, because this whole situation is like, I don't think it's a front. And I'm gonna tell you why I don't think it's a front. Because when we first saw him, he was coupled up. He was coupled up with Trump the first go
Who the hell
around.
is laughing?
That's Spark.
Oh,
man. Let me share this in the post. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but it's all good. But you know, when you saw it the first time, okay, that's a hoax. But what you have to understand is that these photo ops that these guys took, whether it was Kanye, whether it was Steve Harvey, whoever, Jim Brown, Ray Lewis, the ideology behind, well, on the outside looking in, I think is that like when your fame and your stardom supersedes where where you come from, your basic your roots or whatever. When that kind of supersedes the people, it lets you know where, like, if you look at Steve Harvey, man, Steve Harvey ain't Steve Harvey no more.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't mind. I don't care about no man getting his money though. But you look at Steve Harvey
for your people though,
right? But Steve Harvey ain't that. What good did it do for you to meet up with Trump when you already know, when the writing's on the wall about this dude? And like we all like the adage says, man, when we don't know our history, we're doomed to repeat it. Everything that Trump is doing has been done before. It was about the man of the name of Adolf Hitler. So if you don't know,
it was done since then. About the name of J. Edgar Hoover.
Well, I'm talking about in terms of the that too, but what I'm talking about, Trump and Hitler are mirror images. These people have to understand too. Trump has a German lineage, so he ain't that far removed from the whole Nazi mindset.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I'm saying. And that's why I drew the parallels between the Jewish community. I can't imagine some Jewish teenager saying it's okay for his favorite artist to, align himself with some Nazi. Like,
right.
No. At some point, you got to figure out, what are you first? Are you a fan of music first, or are you a Jewish person first? Which one?
Can we stop leaning on religion, bro? Like, religion has made us as Black people so stupid to commonsensical things that are right before our eyes.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't give me this bullshit about, well, I'm a Christian. No, you're not. That's what they programmed you to be. And when they program you to be a certain thing, you're gonna fall in line and fall in suit. They can walk up and slap your ass in the face 3 times. Well, it says in the scripture, Jesus turned the other cheek. Man, fuck out of here. You better learn how. You better learn how to, man, see shit for what it is, man. Because I'm telling you, when they pull the rug away from under you, you can't be looking like, well, they told us. I believe that, but
I told my uncle that. I was like, man, I mean, these people gave us this religion for us to be obedient slaves. That's the only reason.
Right.
But hey, whatever you believe in, that's your business. But I challenge you to step outside of yourself and do the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like, do the knowledge. Man, no bullshit. We went to go see Nat Turner, man.
Like you mean to tell me the Bible has to tell you not to kill anybody? Really? Like that you're born with that inherent ability to always do the right thing.
But the very people who give you religion. I had a discussion with a man who called himself a preacher or whatever. And I know I'm getting so off base with the Kanye shit, but it kind of ties into all that. And how he was talking about scripture. I said, you do know that the Bible is a man-written book, right? And on top of that, you do know that the Bible is a complete plagiarism of African folklore. You do know this, right? I said, you go to the Vatican, why you do see pictures, you do see images of Black people, the Black Madonna holding the Black. I said, those are African, that's African spirituality stuff. But you can't challenge a person to look and see that, because we've been so indoctrinated as a people to, hey, this is the end all that bees all, and this is what you do. And anybody and it's like a built-in mechanism when you are taught a religion, it's a built-in mechanism to always defend it, no matter at what cost. You know what I'm saying? It's like this.
It's like this. To me, it's even more simpler than that. It's as simple as this. Would you buy home insurance from a known arsonist?
Depends on what
you
my
know, then
balls
your
is.
house mysteriously burns down. That's the same shit. Why would you accept? Why would you let your oppressor give you your moral compass? Like it makes no sense at all.
But you know what? One of my cousins, man, he's my little cousin too. He just stepped down from a church from being a preacher, and I remember me and him used to have these like epic conversations.
I think you talked about him before.
Yeah. So he just recently stepped down from his post, and he was giving me all this this playback about his whole journey doing that. And I said, don't you remember a long time ago you and I were having this conversation about this very conversation right now? And he just looked at me, he laughed, he said, "You're right, man. You're right." He said, "You were saying it." I said, because man, he's like, I just don't believe, I said, you don't believe it because for so long it's all you've known. Just like when I was growing up, that's all we knew. Go to church and be there on Sundays, be there on Wednesdays, be there on Saturday for every time it was open, we was there. But at some point, you had to be able to break away from that. You had to break away from that and be able to see things for what they.
You just got to be able to think for self.
Yeah.
And be logical for 2 seconds, and then you start to realize, man, this shit don't make sense at all. It's like this. It's Eddie Griffin said this in a stand-up, but it was so true. He's like, it's funny that when they go to take over a country, they always go in with the Bibles first.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Then 6 months later, they own all your land and you own all the Bible.
And you got the Bible, right? But I'm not. If that's what you do, fine. But don't get on your high horse and call me a heathen because I won't be. I'm not subjected to be a sheep. I think Kweli said it best on one of his albums. Just because the Lord's my shepherd don't mean I got to be no sheep. But going back to the whole the reason why I said it because a lot of time we use that religion as a crutch to keep us from dealing with what's really going on. So like what was the chick name is in the group, gospel group? Well, I can't think of her fucking name. But she's a part of Mary. And
yeah,
she said
Tina Campbell.
She voted for Trump. But that wasn't because it wasn't because he's a Christian. It wasn't because of all that. It's because you don't identify with the people that see you're rich. So you identify with that. Just like back in the days back in the 80s when every black person you could think about was aligning themselves with Trump. I'm Trump this, I'm the black Trump this, Trump that. Where them people at now? I bet they ain't saying that shit now.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
To me, I mean, Kanye can do what the fuck he want, and I can do what the fuck I want too, and I'm not fucking with him no more. Period.
Mm-hmm. But I'm just saying, like, stop saying that. And then that dude he's going off the rails, man. He had a concert a couple nights ago where he posts on a jumbotron. He posts John Legend's text to him about the situation that we're talking about right now. Who does that? This your man right here. Who does that?
A bitch ass, you know what?
Right. But that's all. But that's just like Dix. If me and you having a disagreement, right? And we've had disagreements, but what it would like for me to post this on tearing up shit. If I posted this up on social media and said, man, you see how this motherfucker Dixie, how he roll trying to tell me what the fuck to do. So that will be flagrant of me because we got each other contacts. We can as men, I should be able to call you or inbox you and say, hey, bro, this is what it is. I feel this, and let it be between you and I.
And to be as objective as possible. If I could speak to a Kanye West, I would just ask him one question. Is free thought more important than civil liberty to you? That would be my question.
Because I know a lot of, I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm
just going to say because that's what his whole thing is what he's standing on right now. It's free thought. But even free thought, to me, it has to take a back seat to something. Nothing is absolute. Absolutely nothing is absolute.
Absolute power, absolute corruption.
Exactly. Like, there always has to be some exceptions. Even love has limitations.
Chance after this? Chance the Rapper.
What he do?
What he do?
he co-signed the Kanye shit.
Oh, for real? Well, I mean, man, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't no way. So
yeah, he came out with a whole long ass like a 4-page explanation.
But again, that's ensuring that was a relationship. Those are business relationships.
Right.
He ain't standing behind him from on a personal note. But like I said, a lot of this new wave thinking it's gonna get it's dangerous. It's gonna get a lot of people hurt up.
Basically, what these Negroes are doing is they are okaying the bullshit, the status quo, basically. And I'm not happy with the status quo. I'm not happy with the thought that I could be pulled over for incorrect lane change and end up dead, and then have this motherfucker say the police are doing a great job, keep it up. Like, I'm not okay with that. That's the status quo of the America we live in right now. So when Kanye West put his arms around a Donald Trump and put on a "Let's Make America Great Again" cap, to me, you are okaying the status quo. So fuck you. That's what I say. And also, Let's Make America Great Again. When was America great for Donald Trump? 50s, 60s,
70s,
70s.
But you know,
I mean, so you mean tell me Kanye America was great? Let's make America back into Jim Crow.
It ain't never been. Yeah, it ain't never been. It ain't never been great for people of color. I can tell you that. Whether it was black people or Hispanic or Asian Americans or whatnot. So it ain't never been great in terms of equality. So I mean, is there 2018 ain't no different than 1968, bro. 67, 66, 65. And a lot of times
Matulu Shakur filed a lawsuit against the government. Wow.
Who?
My bad, I didn't cut you off. Matulu Shakur.
You won't win that one. Yeah. It's good in theory, but
ain't gonna win that.
Nah. Because it's just crazy, man, that progressively as progressive as we have become in our, I guess our upward mobility, quote unquote, it's like we still fall short of, what's really going on.